We really need to promote our Friday night service better. Just saying. Barbara, great to have you back.
Bruchim Habayim, welcome to Temple Israel on this beautiful summer Friday afternoon. We're ready to welcome in Shabbat together to celebrate our weekly day of rest. And I invite you to please rise as we welcome in Shabbat with the lighting of our candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. May be seated. Let's turn our Siddur to page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God as we raise our voices in song. Lechuner Anana.
Lechuner Anana. Lai, 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 lai. Naharia. Lai, 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 lai. Naharia. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Litzur Yishenu. Lai, 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 lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation, from mountains to sea, hear our song. Lechuner Anana. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Laharia. Lai, 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 lai. Naharia. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Litzur Yishenu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. For all of the wonder in all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Join together. Lechuner Anana. Yai, lai, 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 lai. L'Adonai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Naharia. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Litzur Yishenu. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Arba'im shana kupedor va'omaram to'elevavim vehem ledu derachai asher nishpati be'api im yavon hamenuchati.
Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Page 13, Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash.
So this is a different melody than we normally do. This is Carlbach. So sing along. We'll start with Lai, Lai, Lai. Ya lai, la, lai, lai, ya lai, la, lai, lai. Ya lai, la, lai, lai, ya la, lai, ya la, lai. Ya lai, la, lai, lai, ya lai, la, lai, lai. Ya lai, la, lai, lai, ya la, lai, ya la, lai. Ya lai, la, lai, lai, ya la, lai, ya la, lai. Ya lai, la, lai, lai. Ya la, la, lai, lai. Ya lai, lai, lai. Ya lai, lai, lai. Ya lai, lai, lai. Ya lai,
shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato, sapru v'goyim kevodo, b'chol ha'amim niflehotav, ki gadol Adonai, umhulal deyon, norahu, al kol Elohim, ay, 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 ki kol Elohim, ha'amim, ha'amim, elilim, Adonai shamayim hasa, hod v'hadar, lefanav, oz v'tiferet, v'miktasho, havul Adonai, mishpechot amim, havul Adonai, kavod va'oz, havul Adonai, kevod shemo, ziu mincha, ufo lechatrotav, lai, 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 Yiram hayam lo yalo sadai v'chol asher bo, az yiranenu kol ateyar, lifnei Adonai, kiva lishbot haaretz, yishbot tevel v'tzedek, v'amim b'emunato.
Turn to page 20, the final 3 lines of the page for Romamu.
Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Wait, 1, 2, ready, go. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho.
Turn to page 23 as we welcome in the Shabbat Kala, the Shabbat bride, with Lecha Dodi.
So again, a semi-new melody. Thank you all for sticking with me with this Shabbos. Do you feel like you're at camp? With like a high school student who became the new song leader at the camp at Ramah? I remember my brother was the song leader at Ramah, Wisconsin. No, Shmuel was like amazing at guitar. And actually that song, Romamu, they used to say my brother's name was Shmuel, and all the kids would sing, Rom Mishmu Adonai, because he was really good. Yeah, no, he was amazing. I, on the other hand, yeah. Okay, so here we are. This is Alana Arian's Lecha Dodi. We have done this one before, but you might not remember it.
Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Pini Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Pini Shabbat, Nekabela. Shamor v'zachor, b'dibur echad, hishmianu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem tiferet v'li tila. Lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha. Ki mekor haberacha. Merosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila. Lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise. Boi v'shalom atere bala. Gam b'simcha u'v'tzola. Toch emune am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela.
May be seated. We turn to page 27 at the top of the page, a song for the day of Shabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
Yai, lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Ya, lai, 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 lai. Ya, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 ya, lai, 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 lai. With the words Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. U'zamer l'shimcha elyon. U'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagi baboker chasecha. Be'emunatcha b'haleilon. Alei asor b'alei navel. Alei higayon lechinor. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. U'zamer l'shimcha elyon. U'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tzadik atamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yizke shetulim beveit Adonai v'chatrot Eloheinu yafrichun odin v'mesevad shenim v'rananim yiyu lehagi ki ashar Adonai turi ולא הבלטה בו.
Page 29.
Adonai malaki ulavish, lavish Adonai uzi tazar, apti konte verapani timot. Mikolot magim rabim hadirim ishpereyam, adir bamarom Adonai, erotecha nemnu melevitcha navakodesh, Adonai leorech yamin.
I invite everyone to please rise as we share the words of blessing, the ancient words of Birkat Kohanim with our children, with our neighbors, with our friends, and all the members of our community.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. We can sing together. Ken yehi ratzon.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Ken yehi ratzon.
May God's Spirit shine upon you and may God be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's Spirit Ken yehi ratzon. I'm out of practice. May God's Spirit turn unto you and grant you shalom, grant you peace. Ken yehi ratzon. May be seated. We call to mind those in our lives in need of physical and spiritual well-being this Shabbat. In our prayers tonight, we think of Rav Yaakov Chai ben Hadassah, Shimon ben Yaakov, Mordechai ben Naomi, Devorah bat Sarah, Hershel Yehoshua ben Malka, Perel bat Rezel, Shmuel Yaakov ben Kalia va'ari, Devorah Rachel, Malka bat Sarah, Leib Yisrael ben Avraham bet Zipporah, Aliza Meira bat Leah, Tzivya bat Chana, Elijah Avila, Yafa Fega bat Siselbina, Kathy Berlin, Abraham David ben Label, Bonnie Meyerson, Tova bat Rivka, Karen Nina Esther, Adina Miriam, Harry Kinney, Kevin Haffey, Ezer Pesach, Zelda bat Yaakov and Miriam, Leah Liva bat Doba, Miriam bat Rivka, Allison Kuntz, Jean Cook, Marvin Matthews, Dennis Carroll, Aver Yitzchak, Mordechai Chaim ben Leah, Kim Worrell, Bluma Duva, Malka Sarah bat Ruben Verut, Hachazan Arya Shimon ben Chana, Leah Lisak, Eleanor Goldman, Ann Stanton, Sophie Galinsky, Harvey Stone, Tom Carney, Sarah Ella bat Arya Leib, Daniel ben Yisrael, Yosheber ben Yitzchak, Maxine Albaum. If you'd like to pray for someone today, I invite you to rise and share their names. At Kol HaCholim and all those who are ill, Cantor Lissick leads us in the prayer for healing.
Let's join our voices together.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Page 30, I invite those in mourning or marking the yard site to rise and join me in the words of the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalmad divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevorach leolam u'lameo maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yit'halal, shemei dekudsha, b'richu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen, yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen, oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, amen. May he be seated. Shabbat shalom. So it's the summer, and in the summer we do lots of traveling. And it seems like flying on planes is pretty miserable right now, so that means we do lots of driving. And you probably all had this experience. You're on a long road trip driving someplace. The road is pretty empty. It feels like it's going on forever, and your right foot starts to get very heavy. As it pushes down on the gas and the car picks up speed, you're going faster, not really paying attention. Then all of a sudden, out of the corner of your left eye, you see slightly hidden behind the trees the police cruiser. And immediately you shift to the brake, and as you're shooting past the police cruiser, your car noticeably slows down, and you think, oh no, he's gonna get me. And you spend the next 10 seconds looking in your rearview mirror, seeing if he's going to pull out and come after you. Most of the time, he doesn't. But it's a good reminder to have. You're not driving quickly because you want to hurt somebody. You're not driving quickly because you want to be in an accident. You're driving quickly because sometimes we just all do. And the police car there, when he doesn't give you the ticket, reminds you to be safe, to drive a little slower, to pay attention to your surroundings and where you are. Little reminders like that are so helpful, are so important for us. And that's true in religion as well. Economist Deepak Malhotra surveyed the willingness of Christians to give to online charitable appeals. And in his survey, he found out that the response was 300% greater if the appeal was made on a Sunday and the person in question had gone to church services that morning. Obviously, the person had not changed his or her mind about religious belief between Friday and Sunday, but that little reminder, that little thought of God that morning inspired the person to respond favorably to this charitable appeal and to support whatever cause it was. Reminders are very helpful. Well, in this week's Torah portion of Shlach Lecha, we read about a Jewish reminder, a Jewish symbol that we use every single day. The story of Shlach Lecha is a story of the Israelites making a mistake, turning away from God, panicking, losing their faith, and going in the wrong direction. But at the very end of the story, we read a very familiar passage. It's the passage that we're going to chant in a few minutes as the last paragraph of the Shema. And it says, God says to Moses, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corner of their garments throughout the ages." Fringes in Hebrew being tzitzit. Let them attach a cord of blue, of techelet, to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your tzitzit. Look at it and observe them, so that you recall all the commandments of God and do not follow your heart and your eyes astray. Thus you shall be reminded to observe all my commandments and to be holy. I am God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. It's a very familiar passage, and it's a very familiar mitzvah to us, because this is the passage that we use to teach about the tzitzit, or the talit, which we often translate as a prayer shawl, which for most of us is the garment that we wear during services. As you'll see, the talit that I'm wearing today has the strand of techelet, the special strand of blue in it, that most talitot don't have. But the purpose of the talit, according to this passage, is to serve as a reminder, something to look at when you're not sure what to do, when you're not sure what the right thing to do is. You look at the tzitzit and are reminded of the mitzvot, or as I explained it to B'nai Mitzvah kids in their talis presentation ceremony, God's expectations of us. And for most of Jewish history, the talit, or tzitzit, was not just a garment that was worn at services, but a garment that was worn by men traditionally, each and every day at all times. And you can still see this in some more traditional communities, where men will often wear a talit katan, a small talit, under their shirts, and you see the fringes, the tzitzit, hanging out at their belts as a reminder of the mitzvot. Now, even though I don't use a talit katan, I think very much of my kippah, my yarmulke, as the same idea. Something that I wear, I don't notice it most of the time, but sometimes it's a reminder that God has expectations of me at all times, even when I'm not here in the synagogue. So I learned from this passage that even if we don't wear tzitzit all of the time, it's good to put those little things in our daily practice, in our daily lives, that remind us to look for God, that remind us to ask ourselves what it is that God wants of us at that given moment. Some of us, that is tzitzit. For some of us, it is a kippah. For some of us, it might be some other Jewish symbol. For some of us, it might be something completely different. But it's a lesson that we each could use, a little reminder. We mean well, but sometimes we need that extra help. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 39, and we rise for the Baruch Hu, beginning the Mariv service. Seated. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons, and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from before the light.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב הרבי.
Amen. Page 40.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, והם נגע יומם בלילה, ובטח תשים ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. והם שמעו את ישמעו סותר שמות. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Page 43. Then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, top of page 44.
U'malchuto b'ratzon kiblu alehem Moshe u'Miriam U'bnei Yisrael lechanu shira B'simcha raba V'amru chulam Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Nora tehilot osef eleh Nora tehilot osef eleh Malchutecha ra'u v'necha Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe Ze'elianu v'yamru Ze'elianu v'yamru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed V'ne'emar kifat Adonai et Yaakov u'gilom yad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai God Yisrael.
Amen. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Blessed are you who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 45, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Sorry, I'm totally off. Oh my God, I can't think of the English. When I rest my head, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. When I lay down at night, when I rest my head, oh God, watch over me. And when the morning comes, we thank Adonai and pray for peace. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. But then I say, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. 'Cause when negativity surrounds, I know someday it will all turn around. Because all my life I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and the children will say one day, one day, one day, whoa, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
Amen. Page 46, we rise for Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת ולעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת בי נפש, שבת בי נפש, שבת בי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם, ועמד דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם ועולמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויבר ותרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה יאמרו amen.
We spend the next few moments in silent prayer with the words of the Amidah, beginning on page 47.
picking this song, is it okay if I share? The reason I'm picking this song, the rabbi was talking to you about how Caleb and Joshua were the only two spies that didn't doubt that they could take over Canaan. They didn't see themselves as grasshoppers. And sometimes it's the minority voice that might have the path forward. So even if you have a minority voice, I think our Jewish heritage has kind of taught us, because we often are that minority voice, to speak out and use your voice, because your voice is powerful. And so this is, I guess, in honor of the legacy of Caleb and Joshua. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I will open my eyes. I will not look away. I will use this gift I've been given every day. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. I will give of myself. I will reach out my hand. I will use this heart I've been given to take a stand. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My Buchata Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam she'asanu B'tselem Elohim Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam she'asanu B'tselem Elohim. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world.
We continue on page 54 with Kaddish Shalem.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה ועמד יברח חירותי והמליך מלכותי בחיי חול ומכון ובחיי זכו בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולם העולמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתזר ויצלח ויצלח שמי קודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן תתקבל צאצון ובאתון זוכה ישראל קדם אבונים ישמעי ואמרו אמן יהי שם הרב מן שמעי וחמלין ולכל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן
Amen. Page 55, we rise for the Kiddush. Invite any kids who'd like to join me up here for some grape juice.
Hey.
3 for 3. Here you go, Ian.
Hi guys, come get your
Go, hey, Elena. Hey, Ellie. There you go. All right, hold it up nice and high. Savri Maranan Rabbanan Rabotai
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yavav ratzon inchilanu zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'achar בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבה קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. L'chaim, everyone. Amen. L'chaim, everyone.
Thank you all. I'll take that. Continue on page 56 with Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליותר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שבנות השמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתינו. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
May be seated. We turn to page 58 for the Mourner's Kaddish. This Shabbat, we mark the yard sites of Pesach Dogen, Morris Doris, Edward Jerome King, Alta Jerkovich, Jack Moore, Meyer Silverman, Paritz Braber, William Feldman, Harold Davis, David Futtersack, Raymond Newman, Samuel Goldfein, Samuel Blumenthal, Estelle Hirsch, Anna Wallenstein, Benjamin Levy, Florence Funt, Samuel Leader, Milton Edelstein, Eva Linsky, Rebecca Wittenberg, Jacob Sharp, Reuben Shefflin, Solomon Russo, Lester Engel, Richard Schenken, Donald Katz, Elson Jack Weinstein, Erwin Kaplan, Sarah Levin, Sylvia Katzen, Rebecca Katzen, Stanley Balick, Abraham Minuskin, Rosalie Fisher, Jack Berger, Fanny Fishman, Mark Nozick, Millie Goldstein, Abe Weitzman, Ginger Snitz, Edward Lee Rubin, Deborah Reese, Murray Schiffman, Mildred Weinstein, Mary Bad, Sadie Shapiro, Louis Spitzer, Jacob Gans, Florence Fried Koblenz, Berta Falk, Ida Sheftel Sobel, Morris Benjamin Cinco, Ida Tellis, Ruth Gubin, David Shapiro, and Sadie Lasher Pizer. We also extend condolences to families in the midst of Shiva and Shloshim following the death of a loved one, to Zach and Pili Gerger on the passing of Zach's father, Gerald Gerger, earlier this week, to Linda Isser on the passing of her husband, Robert Isser, to the Spiesman family on the passing of Robert Spiesman, and to the whole extended family of Esther Scott on her passing. Page 58, I invite those in mourning, marking a yard site, to rise and join me in the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'bizman karib v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabba mevorach leolam olameo maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May be seated. Representing the Board of Trustees of Temple Israel, I call on Nikki and Ian Sachs.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome everyone. Thank you, Rabbi Walk, for a wonderful Kabbalah service, and thank you, Cantor Lissig, for making us feel like we're at summer camp and pretending to take a little reprieve from what's going on in the world at the moment. And thank you to our AV specialist, Sean Sievert, for always making sure this streams seamlessly. A couple of programs in the weeks ahead. The entire congregation is welcome to join the social club for a visit to see Ellen Klein's artwork named Unpacked on Monday, June 27th. Marshall Oren will offer a 4-week class, Jewish Life in the South, beginning July 13th on Wednesday evenings. And mark your calendars for July 22nd, when we will celebrate Shabbat Bachutz with an outside service beginning at 5:45. It'll be a BYO, bring your own dairy or vegetarian meal to enjoy. Membership renewal packages have been mailed, so please review those and get those back in. If you haven't received it, contact the office and we'll make sure that we get it in the mail to you. Also, as always, check the Temple Israel website for anything and everything going on at this wonderful shul. And Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Nikki and Ian. Just to note that right before services, it was over in Lerner Hall at the Foundation building, and Rabbi Kornsgold led Splash into Shabbat for our Torah Tots group. We had a really nice attendance of kids and parents splashing around in the pool with a little Shabbat service and dinner to go with it. And there'll be another one later this summer. We conclude tonight with Shalom Aleichem. Let's turn back to page 5.
Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 boachem Shalom. Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Nideh Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Nideh Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 tzedchem l'shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.